So hi, you're watching this video because most likely we have shared with you, talked about the leadership circle with you, and it's either part of a proposal that we're making together or of a program that we're trying to design together. And the intention here is to give you an idea of what the leadership circle is all about and what we can do with it and how useful it is within the context of the development of your leadership or of your leaders if you are watching this for your colleagues. So the leadership circle profile is a profile which is compiling data from raters who are going to be invited by the leader to assess and self-assess the impact that I have as a leader on my colleagues and allowing me to see that impact by category, by target population, whether it's my boss's boss, my peers, my direct reports, or people further away in my network or on my stakeholder map to help me understand how am I perceived across two main categories, whether through my creative competencies and the way I deliberately and intentionally drive my vision on our vision and my relationship with my teams to manifest the vision that we believe in together, or how much am I coming from reactive tendencies, which are often behaviors that we're not totally aware of, but which are driven by assumption and practices along the years, which we're not necessarily conscious of and don't have the impact we intended to have. All this represented in a visual format and expressed in percentile so that I can compare myself amongst a group of peers and through a statistic sample of a population, a panel population, to help me understand how am I faring within my organization. So that's the impact I have in my organization, but also what does this profile means within the larger context of other systems and other organizations. That's about it, really. What's also interesting to note is there is the background of trying to identify my reactive tendencies and also the impact of my more creative or intentional leadership competencies, but also it's trying to identify how much am I task focused, or how much am I relationship and people focused in my behavior and how this is perceived. It's inviting a lot of questions about what is driving my behavior and how it's driving it and what is the impact of it. And all of this sits very strong theoretical background, the biggest part being the leadership maturity framework or the stages of adult development, trying to identify what are the most positive traits according to various stage of development of a leader and how that helps an organization to fare in a given community or market. So it's not necessarily about competition, although it has an impact on competition. It's more about what is at the core of who you are, the identity level. What is a worldview which is inviting you to behave the way you do, and are you leveraging the human resources and your human capacity and self-awareness to collectively to manifest a vision which is compelling and engaging for you and your colleagues, as well as for the stakeholders in your community. It's a rich process. It's both deep and very effective. It's statistically robust, and we so far have seen very good results working with leaders in an organization using this process. Thank you for watching, and if you have more questions or if you want to know more about it, let me know. This is just a quick share, really, so that you can get a sort of an idea of what it looks like and what you can do with it. Thank you.